Hey everybody, this is Sherry, and we are going to use the Clearly Besotted Fluffy Flamingos stamp set again. This is going to be the second card. I'm hoping to do 4 in this series so that you can just see that there are so many different ways to use, your stamp sets. Once you do something with them once, don't get rid of them. There are so many other things you can do, so don't think that, oh, well, gee, I colored every one of the flamingos, so I guess I'm done. No, you're not done. Use them over and over and over. And what I did was I made sure that I put on the screen all of the colors that I use. And I'm using R21 for my lightest. And I just put a base coat of that. Then I go in with R32 for my darkest, wherever my shadows would be. Then R12 next, and then go back over with R21. And I do show a couple of them, in different spots where I'm coloring so that you can see, even though they're all different shapes and looking and stuff in different directions, I still use the same, idea as to where I was going to put my shadows and my, highlights, in that I wanted things to appear more round. So again, my shadows are on the sides and my highlight is in the center. And it was, I used the Memento Tuxedo black ink to stamp all of these in. And I wanted this one to be different than the one I did yesterday, of course. And I wanted this one to more pop, stand out, I guess. I mean, I could have used the pink, but I just really like the way the crisp line looks all the way around it. So I went ahead and used my Memento black, Tuxedo black. Now here I'm going in and I'm adding the collars for the legs and feet, and I use C3, 5, and 7. And I just do them all the same way again. I use my base coat, then I go with my darkest, and then to my middle and my light. So, nothing fancy. They're very small images. They're only maybe 1.5 inches. So, I mean, you can go all out on them, and that'd be wonderful if you could see well enough to, but I can't. So here I'm using my black glaze pen, and I'm just putting my black glaze on the eyes and the nose of all of the flamingos, and it dries so shiny and so pretty. I absolutely love it. Now here's the white. It goes on kind of clear or milky looking, and then once it's dry, it's completely white. So here I am. I'm using my Recollections scissors to cut everything out, and you'll notice that I'm not going to, I don't even know why I colored the feet other than I'm a dingbat, because I knew I did not intend to have that part on my card. I will be using the die that I got from the Not Too Shabby shop. I don't believe that Jamie has it anymore, but it's not a difficult design. It's something that you could, make your rectangle and then use your X-Acto knife to cut your squares and stuff out of the center. So there's nothing, that you couldn't do on your own if you really wanted to do this. And if you have a Cricut or a Silhouette, it would be super, super simple. And so I'm just going to finish this up. There he is. Look how cute. And now I'm cutting out the last one. And I believe I've told you before that these are my Recollection scissors. I love these scissors, guys. I think they're great. And I got, I used a 50% off coupon, got a really, really good price for them. I have Cutter Bee scissors, and I mean, I have used them, but if I have a choice, I prefer these ones. My Cutter Bees are not quite as sharp, and that could be because I did lose the guard for it. So I'm not, trying to say anything bad about them. I'm saying I'm a dingbat and don't know where I put my stuff. Maybe I'm extremely unorganized. But, so I think that since I have these ones protected and in their case, they're just lasting forever. I just, I love them. I love them. I love them. And I plan on trying to get another set of them just to have as a spare. And there they all are, cut out and looking all snazzy. And I take my my Memento dual tip marker, and it's got a brush end on one side, and I just go all the way around the edge to hide the white core of the paper. And it makes it look like that I actually didn't miss any spots and that I just was extremely perfect, which of course we all know is far from the truth. And so I just finish them up, and I really like this. I think that makes them look complete, I guess. I mean, you don't have to do it. It's, it's what you like anyways, but this is what I like to do with mine. And now I'm going to get my die out. There it is. And I'm going to die cut that with some black cardstock. And it's got little piercings on it too. It's really pretty. And then there's just some paper that I had from a Recollections paper pad that I was actually gifted for the Mega Magnolia March event. It doesn't have a name, but the colors on it match perfect for the flamingos. And I just put some adhesive across the bottom, and now I'm going ahead and attaching my little flamingos wherever I feel like I want them. And I don't know why I like putting one upside down. And you'll see I leave the tail of that one for a while because I'm like not sure if I want to leave it sticking out and make it look funny, because I just think it gives it character when something is, popping out from underneath that you don't expect to see. But I decided to go ahead and cut it off. Now, this is one of these things where I say that I try to live my life as in, learn from other people's mistakes. Don't feel like I have to make them all myself. Well, here's one of them. I should not have put my acetate down yet. And I'm just using some of my mini glue dots to attach the head. So I go ahead and I've already put the acetate on. So when it comes time to put the sentiment, up in that one long rectangle, I have to kind of guess where it needs to go. And I don't do too bad. And then I get ready. I take the backing off because I'm going to add an additional layer. And I'm not sure if I left it in or if I just decided that you guys really did not want to see me make more mistakes. So I actually put the card base on it and then realized that I didn't have the double layer of foam too. So I'm like, oh my golly. And here would be mistake number 3. I see everybody use that embossing tool to put down some powder, and it works great. It does not work great with that, because all that did was put powder all over my acetate and make it unsticky. So I'm using a few shaped heart sequins, and then I'm putting in mini beads, micro beads for the filler, for the shaker part. And I just, now here I go. I'm going to put some glue on the pieces because of course now they're not sticky. And I go all around the edge, and I am just like either the dingiest person in the world or the most impatient person in the world. I would like to think it's just impatience, because watch, here it's going to happen. I put the paper on the back and bling, I knock it over. I pick it. Oh, I didn't leave it in. I flipped it over and everything fell out. See, I don't want everybody to realize how goofy I am. So I guess I told you anyway, so it don't matter. I don't know where my head is today. So I'm just trimming up the paper that was sticking over, and I'm going to attach it to my card base. And that's it, guys. I used Recollections 110-pound cardstock for the base. Thanks for visiting me today, guys, and happy crafting. Bye.